Hey guys, check this out. So this, as you can see, I'm pretty sure is a combination of both the neon green pothos plants and golden pothos. And as you can see here, I was correct. We've got the neon pothos sitting right here, doing wonderfully. And then we've got the golden pothos sitting right next to it. And just goes to show, when you let these grow upward, they get freaking huge. But if I had to guess, this is probably what at one point started as one vine, and then continued to grow up these trees. But from what I hear, these take forever to grow, to get this huge. It's good to look at how big this leaf is. Look at that. That is incredible. Huge. If these are this big, you can only imagine how big those ones are. That is amazing. Just based off of my observation here, as you can tell, it seems like these neon pothos seem to really outgrow these golden pothos. Because you can see a combination kind of right there, where you can see like golden pothos and neon. But yeah, it just seems like that this neon is just out-competing the golden one. And I'm trying to follow these vines here. You can see that it just seems like the golden is trying to compete with them. But of course, the neon just hasn't beat. You can see the golden stops right about there, but then the neon just dwarfs him. It's quite interesting. See, right here again, you can see another combination of the golden ones sitting right there. The golden variation or variegation within the leaves. Then of course, once you get up top, they're all the neon ones. So I'm guessing they're kind of climbing together up these trees, but it's ultimately the neon pothos that seems to win out here. I wonder why. So after just coming back from the park and noticing different growth rates when it comes to different pothos plants, it made me wonder, does neon pothos seem to grow better in Thailand versus other variants? So I got a couple, as you can see here. Actually, this pothos, as you can see here, just kind of popped off. It just started breaking off at this point. So yeah, perfect for this experiment. And this guy I just plucked off. So my experiment I'm gonna try is really just a simple one. Just take a neon pothos and a couple other pothos, stick them in water in the same time, and see which one grows faster. As you can see here, this neon pothos came from a very healthy plant, hence why the leaves are so big and looks very green, no signs of decay anywhere. But this guy, he came from a smaller pothos plant that is still on its way up. So, of course, this can't be a perfect experiment or a perfect rendition of how it should be in nature, but at least it will give us a good idea. And of course, like I said, I want to try other experiments with them as well later on. Now, I feel like I should mention too that I have kind of accidentally done this experiment already. I just chopped up a bunch of these pothos to actually send to my family back home in Colorado. As you might be able to see upon taking them apart, is that, yeah, it doesn't seem like that any is growing more or less than the other. Maybe the neon pothos seems to be growing a little bit better. But honestly, I wouldn't say it's like a huge difference compared to these Enjoy ones. As you can see, I only have one, unfortunately, that wasn't here. Just because this one does not seem to shoot off a lot of vines on the side. Okay, as you can see here, I kind of separated these out in kind of like a hierarchy of how well they're doing. Like this one showing the least amount of growth, this one showing a little bit of growth, this one showing some more. The Enjoy one, who's got several roots growing on it. You can see this guy, he's got a big root. And then these guys, of course, got really big roots, well, I suppose. This one's got a new leaf, but still, all is the same. But at least from this right here, it shows that Neon seems to be doing a little bit better, but of course this isn't a perfect experiment because I only had one of the Enjoy. So at least will give us a baseline of how we can expect these to go. Also, one thing that I've been kind of curious by, which I'll get to try, is the ones with the longer aerial roots compared to ones without aerial roots. Does that mean the aerial roots will root faster or root better? I guess we'll see. Alright, I just got them all chopped up and I counted them out, and it looks like I've got about 7 of these guys. I've got about 5 of these guys. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna not necessarily sacrifice, but figure out what I'm gonna do with 2 of these neons, so that that way we have at least a 5-5 or 5-5 to see which ones truly do grow better. As you can see, 5 neon here and then 5 Enjoy here. Now, things to note before I stick these in water is, yeah, these Enjoy, they're going to be pretty small, as you can see, or they are pretty small. So they may root faster because of it, or we may expect more to die. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. But my guess, my hypothesis here is that since these guys have got longer air roots and come from a healthier plant, unfortunately I do think that these will grow faster, so this won't be a true honest experiment. But I'm curious to see at least how well these guys do, because they seem to be growing alright too. We've already got a couple of them growing elsewhere. So yeah, let's see how they do. Alright, as you can see here, I got these guys all tied up, ready to go. So let's begin the experiment. 3, 2, 1, and start. Okay, probably gonna have to tune back in here in a little bit. Alrighty, so it's been around a week or so since I put these guys in these cups, and let's see here. So it doesn't look like a whole lot is going on. With these guys. No massive root growth, or not too much. I can see a little bit of root growth right there, just popping up, but yeah, nothing too much yet. And we go to this guy, he's got a bunch more root growth, as you can see there. 3 right there. There's 1 little root growing up there. Seems like all of these neons have been growing the most, or the best so far. Seems like these neon pothos have been growing the best so far. But yeah, who is to say in maybe another week or so. I feel like I should note as well is that I've been putting them, of course, on my balcony, but on this little shelf right here. And I've been trying to switch these cups out, the neon versus the Enjoy. Been trying to alternate them so that no one in particular gets too much sunlight. But then after checking on these like a couple days ago, I noticed no change with the Enjoy. So I've just been keeping these guys just like this. So if anything, the Enjoy has more advantage when it comes to lighting. But yeah, so far it seems like the neon has been doing the best. Another thing to mention as well is that there was another little leaf growing out of here, out of this this golden pothos. But it eventually started to begin to rot off, so I actually took what was surviving off of that vine off and I put it in water. But this was only like a day or two, so I don't expect any roots to be growing anytime yet. But at least now we have a golden pothos to judge by also. So August 4th is when I pulled this guy off. So yeah, at least we have a baseline with golden pothos now. Alrighty, so before I close out, I did want to show you guys something that I just noticed. By the way, this is 2 days later, so August 7th. I was looking at these enjoys again, and I did notice a little bit of something. So, I don't know if you can see it. It might be a little bit hard, but you can see maybe, yeah, you can see 2 roots starting to grow right there. And then if I turn this over a little bit, you can see maybe, yeah, there's a little root growing just right there. So that just goes to show at least this guy is growing, or these guys are growing. But of course, when you look at the neon pothos, of course, they're definitely the winners. Yeah, after, like, I believe it is, what is it? I think 9 to 10 days, we had this much growth. That only just goes to show that Neon really loves the climate here in Thailand. So far it appears as though that Neon is the winner so far. But I did want to also mention that golden pothos that I pulled off of this guy earlier, he is doing okay. You can actually see another leaf is starting to pop right out. So he seems to be doing okay, but he's going to be in shock for a little while, because first he was part of a dying vine and then caught off and then stuck in water. So I think he's going to be shocked for a little while. But it is kind of nice to see that he's got leaves coming out despite everything else. I did also want to mention that I've got a new pothos right here. I haven't done any experiments with him, but as you can see right here, yeah, he's a pretty good contender. He's actually been growing a lot faster compared to this one. So yeah, I'm going to be excited to try experiments with this guy here soon, because he seems to be growing a lot faster. But anyways, I digress. That is all the progress that I've seen so far with the Enjoy and the Neon, as well as the golden, the tiny little golden that I have right here. But yeah, soon I'm going to be trying more experiments, so stay tuned. I appreciate you guys watching. Take it easy. Have a good day.